Hello! Welcome to my first video in this channel. For this one, I will teach you how to make website design using Canva. All features and elements that I will be using are free of use and you will not need to have a Canva Pro account to use them. Just a disclaimer that I am not a professional, but I want to teach what I learned and discovered when I was building my own website. To give you a gist of my general process, I divided this tutorial into 5 parts. However, I do not strictly follow these steps when I make my website since like any other works of mine, I go back and forth to ensure that everything is in order. For the purpose of this tutorial, I asked an IG follower what theme she would like to see. So we are going with the bookish theme as suggested. Before anything, you should have a general idea what you want your website to contain, and it is very useful to have a branding guide to follow to make your website design seamless and cohesive. Some particular points you should consider is what the website is for, who is it for, what will it contain, and what do you want to achieve with it. For this tutorial as well, I made a brand logo, tested some fonts for typography, and picked brand colors suitable for the theme. Grouping the elements I want to use in design saves me time since I can just copy and paste rather than searching on the spot. It also makes for a good reference to see if I like the general feel of the color and font combination and helps me stay on theme and on brand as I design. Now that those are out of the way, we can focus on building our website in Canva. Part 1 is picking a custom size template and adding grid lines and page titles or sections. When you open Canva, you can search for website template, which is 1366 by 768 pixels. Once you created the template, you can click File in the upper right and choose Settings to add grid lines. Adding grid lines is an effective step to ensure that the text and elements are aligned where you want them to be. For this example, I will add 4 columns and 4 rows as grid lines with 0 spaces in between. Next, I will be adding pages for each section that I want, and then I will rename the pages for the corresponding sections, which is the home, the about, the digital library, reading journal, and contact page. This will make it easier to find the page when I create a navigation link in the home section. Part 2 is placing a background color according to theme, layout, and adding navigation links in the home section. So here, I'm just replacing the background color and adding the branding elements in the first or home page. The home page is the first thing that will be seen in your website, so it is important to optimize it to exude and emphasize your branding while also containing functionality like call to action buttons or navigation links. You will see that I'm adding the brand logo and welcome design. Next, go over to the left side and click Elements. Under Buttons, choose a button shape that you want and add it to your page. I'm duplicating that button to have a shadow. Position it under the original button to make the button pop up more. Adjust the opacity as you like. Now highlight the two and use Ctrl D to duplicate that. Rename the buttons for each section of your website and place them wherever you want. To connect the buttons to each section, click the button and use Ctrl-K and choose the section you want link. Do the same for other buttons. Alternatively, when you click the button, click the 3 dots that shows up and choose Add Link. When you successfully link the sections, the text will appear to be underlined. You can remove this or just let it be. Part 3 is the exciting but rigorous part, which is populating with content. For this part, add everything that you envision your website to contain. Since we already sectioned the website, it's easier for me to know the text and elements to put. The grid lines that we placed earlier helps me know that my text and photos are aligned without having to check the positions over and over. The branding guide I showed earlier is very helpful for me to stay consistent with the brand colors. If you don't have a pro account, just make something similar and copy-paste it when making a content. You can also adjust the height of each section by dragging the bottom part up or down. Here, I am just adding important details with placeholder text. If you are using the website to sell your products, make sure that you include anything that your customer will look for, such as product descriptions, product contents, or inclusions, and how to use it. I'm adding a contact page with links for all socials or platforms. This is important for all websites so that potential clients or customers know how to reach you. Lastly, I added a page specifically for a call to action. For this example, I added a send an inquiry, but it can be anything that you want your client or customers to do. I placed a picture as a background for emphasis and added a rectangle shape with gradient over it. And then you'll see that I adjusted the opacity of one color in the gradient to create this beautiful faded effect in the photo. Next in this part, I will teach you how I make the sliding photos effect. First, open a new Canva template. Any size will do, but consider the photo frame where you will be dragging and dropping the photo. In this instance, I created a square template since my frames are circle or square. And then drag and drop the photo that you want to have in the sliding photos. You can also use videos. Right-click and choose Set Image as background. And then add a page for each photo you like and repeat. Once you've added all photos you want, click the page and add animation that you want and apply to all. Adjust the timings as you like and also apply to all. Once you're satisfied, download the template as video or GIF. And then go back to your website and just drag and drop the video or GIF to the frame that you want. Part 4 will be adding transition effects or animation and adding hyperlinks to our buttons. When you click any element, you can see a ribbon above. Click animations and add the animations you want for your text and images. Adding animation brings life to your websites and creates for a nice transition as you scroll down in every section of the website. But minimize the type of animation from 2 to 3 types so that the website will not look overwhelming and cluttered. To add hyperlinks to your buttons, just do the same as in the home page, but instead of clicking a page to link, paste the link of the website or social media or anything that you want to link in that button. Now for this part, I'm just going over the design to make some adjustments and further decorate. By the way, I also accept personalized Canva website design services. Just click the link in the description box to know about what I can offer and how to work with me. The link also contains my portfolio with mock website templates that I made for different purposes like businesses in food or Airbnb and for professionals like UGC creator or financial advisor or like me, a digital creator. I also have a pre-made website template for digital sellers and you can find the link to that as well in the description box. Lastly, for this tutorial is making sure that the mobile version of the website is balanced. You can click the preview and it will show you how your web page is going to look once published in desktop and in mobile. You can go back to your website to adjust your design to make it more compatible if you resize it for mobile, or you can just opt not to click the resize for mobile so you will see your website as is in desktop and as is in mobile, so it will be the same. Next, to publish, click Publish Website. You can choose to publish in Canva's free domain or you can buy a domain or use an existing domain you have. Once you have chosen, click Continue and input your page URL and page description. You can also click on Advanced Settings to further customize. Just hit the Publish and you are done.